Development complete. Plant expansion
Boss,
complete.
we've received some new job offers. Details are on your iDroid.
Welcome back, boss.
Unit function added. Please landing zone
Roger.
confirmed.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Please select a landing zone.
Gaining altitude.
Heading
Boss.
to FOB.
Received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa.
Rescue the 2 prisoners being held in a guard post southwest of Mbumba Industrial Zone. The targets are civilians, 1 male, 1 female. Apparently they're specialists sent out there to investigate infectious diseases. They were frequent visitors to that devil's house at Soyama. If you recover them, you'll finally be able to get first-hand accounts of what's been going on in that place.
You have arrived at your destination. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Marker placed. detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Caution, rain approaching.
You gotta extract him.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You need to help her. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Prisoner has died.
The target's dead. Mission failed.
Your objective is to rescue the two targets. Counting on you, boss.
The map has been updated.
You need to help her.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis marker placed. You have arrived.
Ready?
Enemy presence detected.
Snake, are you okay? Snake!
Your objective is to rescue the two targets. Counting on you, boss.
The map has been updated.
That looks like the target.
Here to save me. I was called here to transport.
The map has been updated.
You need to help her.
You've come to rescue me. I was asked to show that man around here. Dangerous work. I hate every second.
Please select a landing zone.
Roger.
Support helicopter requested. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Target extracted. Now extract the remaining target. Amazing, boss. Getting both prisoners out in that situation.
Mission
Great work.
has been
Now exfiltrate.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Development complete.
Gaining altitude.
Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Warning.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development complete.
Mission complete. Great work. Boss, we placed the two targets in quarantine. It don't show signs of anything, but we'll monitor them just the same. If they had access to the Devil's House, I doubt they were sent there by some health organization. Cypher used them, and would have eliminated them eventually. But we'll protect them here. They've agreed to that. After all, we helped them out of the country as promised. The mission's complete. But boss, they've been behind the curtains at Ngumba. They examined the patients there nearly every day. They told us the patients were being made to listen to voices on tape. But the male target added something interesting. He said he doesn't know what was on the tapes because there was no English version. Of all the voices that were shoved down those people's throats, English was one of them. Boss, staying on the battlefield that long will have a negative impact on your health. Why not head back to Mother Base for a shower once in a while?
The boss is back. Let's go refuel and load up on artillery.
We're good to go, Chief.
What's the matter?
Stop this! Now!
What the fuck, you freak?
Give me a hand!
Hold her still. Dismissed.
Payback for how they treated her?
Doesn't explain the others. She had every chance to kill them. Tight security on her cell. This happens a second time. There won't be a third.
Boss, about Eli. I'd heard that one product of the Les Enfants Terribles project went missing in Africa. The age would be about right. Now, I'm not saying I think it's Eli, but I want to run a genetic test all the same. Don't worry, I'll have it done without him noticing. The test may take some time, but I'll tell you as soon as we have the results.
Commencing platform construction. Development project has been. Please landing zone confirmed.
Roger. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Please select a mission. Mission accept. Heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Your mission objectives are to extract the child soldier's commander and their captive, the General's number 2. This child soldier platoon decided to break away from the Mbeli militants. They took the number 2 captive and have occupied an abandoned village. Start by checking that location on your map. Boss, the child soldiers will treat you as an enemy, but they're just kids. See that they don't get hurt. Best conducted from high vantage points. I've marked a good spot on your map. Take a look at your iDroid.
The map has been updated. Marker placed. have arrived at your destination.
There he is, the commander. Extract him. Is that him? Okay, that's the general's brother, his number 2. Get him out of there, boss. If you're gonna use CQC on this case, limit it to throws or punches. Their size and agility makes it too hard to catch them in a restraining hold.
Please select a landing zone. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Another group of child soldiers. No, must be a squad they had out on patrol. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Boss, another child soldier has entered the village. Must have been out on patrol. Looks like they had We'll be tighter now. Watch yourself. Don't hurt any of those kids. Disengage or use your tranquilizer pistol or CQC to put them down gently.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Please select a landing zone. Please development plan support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
happened? Boss!
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete. You have arrived at your destination. The map has
Heard any of those kids? Disengage, or use your tranquilizer pistol or CQC to put him down gently.
guard post captured.
That's the target prisoner. Okay, that's the general's brother, his number 2. Get him out of there, boss.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Please select a land support helicopter requested. Extraction arrived in place. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
All right, mission complete, boss. Boss, about how we report this one to the client. I'll tell them we took heavy resistance from the renegade platoon and the hostage was killed in the firefight. Also, their leader wouldn't let himself be taken alive. I doubt the client will pay us for this one, but we got a big enough reward from the General's number 2 instead. And as for the number 2, he's saying he wants to join Diamond Dogs. I guess he knows what that means for him. He said, if I'm working for you, I can be number 2 or number 200 for all I care. Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling ill. At first it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests and... Damn it. I'll fill you in at the ACC. Just get in the chopper.
Mission
Look
list
closely.
updated.
Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa. Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen. Priority now is to prevent more casualties. But the problem is, how do we tell who's infected? During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them. That'd be easy if we just knew the route or vector of the infection. From now on, if you even suspect a staff member's infected, use your iDroid to order them into quarantine. Given the situation, the men won't submit to quarantine just because I or the medical team tell them to. But they will listen to you. Of course, it's just a temporary measure until we find a permanent solution. But at least they'd be in solitary isolation so they won't infect each other, and we get the mental care they need. If we do nothing, we'll only lose more people. We have no choice. Boss, open your iDroid. I'll explain how to quarantine staff members suspected of infection. Go to the Mother Base menu and select Staff Management. First, take a look at the quarantine facility we've set up. We'll isolate anyone who's already symptomatic at the quarantine facility. But we have to expect that there are multiple staff who are infected, but asymptomatic. So how do we identify them? At present, we have no way to tell them apart. But there has to be something for us to go on. If you notice anything, reassign staff you suspect are infected to the quarantine facility. We'll monitor them and then contact you if there's a change in their condition. Correctly quarantining these asymptomatic infected will reduce the number of new infections. You should continue with your missions as usual. If Cypher is behind this, going after them should help us determine the root cause of this epidemic. Also, until we identify the pathogen, we can't fire or dispatch any staff. We cannot let this thing spread. Boss, get to the bottom of this fast. We're counting on you. Boss, a new job's come in. It's a hit. I'm the human trafficker who sent Shivani and the others to Nzoya Badiaburu, where you ran into Skullface. The thing is, this guy might know something about the disease that's going around Mother Base. The symptoms are similar to the ones we saw at that factory. Start by checking the mission details on your iDroid.
Please select a mission.
Boss, there's a target on the run somewhere on the savannah. Your job is to find and eliminate him. He's a logistics officer for the PF known as Rogue Coyote. On the side, however, he colluded with the Buta regime, abducting people from Mbele villages and supplying them as slave labor. That's right. He's a human trafficker. His victims ended up all over the place. Brothels, black market, organ trade, diamond mines. And he was the one who sent Shabani and the other kids to the Devil's House. But then an Mbele rebel group finally added him to their hit list. The target decided it was time to quit, and now he's trying to leave the country. If he makes it back to his country, he'll be no more than a civilian, and he'll avoid facing a court-martial, like so many other war biz junkies. I'll bet he plans on enjoying a new live finance with his blood money. The client's order is to take him out. How you go about that is up to you, boss.
Mission accepted. Deploying.
Boss, the target is a PF logistics officer who works as a human trafficker on the side. The client wants him dead. He's currently on the run somewhere on the savannah with bodyguards. Unfortunately, we don't know what route they're taking. All we have to go on is a coded transmission sent by the PF at the Ditati abandoned village. It appears to be a workup of the target's security plans, but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key. This key should be at the comms facility at the Ditati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like, as well as the location of the village. Find a route. Find a man.
Please specify a project. The map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss.
The map has been updated.
You made it to the Ditati abandoned village. That's where the enemy PF's coded transmission came from. There's got to be a transmitter there somewhere. It could have the intel file containing the encryption key. Look
Analysis.
for an antenna.
Analysis. The map has been updated. Marker placed. Marker removed.
It has an antenna. That's got to be where the target's escape route was broadcast.
The map has been updated.
Het jy die ouens ook aandraai ou balie van Amerika? Van Amerika? Nee, groot, maar ek het gehoor hy's 'n kernwapen. Sy navorsing, kernwapens in die hande van selfs die kleinste wat 'n klomp kak. Jy dink die IAEA wil net terugsit en kyk hoe nukes oral versprei. Kyk na Suid-Afrika. Help. Kyk hoe die staat vir groot pas stil gemaak. Ek weet.
Where are your friends?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Complete.
bisa disembuh.
Analysis complete.
Boss, that prisoner you extracted was a civilian abducted by the target. He says the trafficker is trying to make contact with a human rights NGO. He hopes that by handing over his list of buyers, they'll guarantee his safety. But I don't get it.
Complete.
Why an NGO? Why run to someone else for help?
Analysis complete. Caution, rain approaching.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Intel
Picked up an intel file. According to this information, the target is headed for Gazeba camp. We also have his movement route.
arrived.
I've updated your map. Use the target's route to locate him.
Placed.
Eliminating him will be much harder if he makes it to the Gazeba camp. Take him down on the savannah.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis.
That's the target.
Analysis
Eliminate him,
complete.
however you see fit.
The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Target extracted.
Mission info has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
Please support helicopter
Roger.
requested. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe our trafficker was very talkative. Guinea pigs. That's what became of his kidnapped victims. Says he got a good look at that factory at Zoya Madiabulu when he dropped off some fresh guinea pigs for them, along with our man without a face. His instincts told him to run like the rat he is. Said it wasn't worth the money. Figured he could be next. That's when he went to the NGO for help. He thought that in exchange for his buyer's list, they could set him up with a new identity someplace far away. He had an idea who he was up against, and he didn't want to take any chances. A true rat. But like us dogs, he knew when he smelled trouble. And something else. He said the specimens come from deep in the forest. We don't know what he meant by specimens just yet, but those guinea pig symptoms match what we've seen on the infected at Mother Base. Deep in the forest. Maybe there's the clue we need to beat this infection. Boss, the truth could be right around the corner.
suicidal. Mission list updated.
Boss, we finally heard from one of our missing intel team members. He says he has a solid lead on the epidemic at Mother Base. Take a look at the mission details ASAP.